Hello and welcome to Spoilers Maybe, a show on the internet where we watch movies with bears in them. Today we are watching The Edge, the movie that Nami accidentally predicted last week when we watched The Revenant. In this movie, a plane crashes in the wilderness, forcing a small group of survivors to find their way back to civilization. Fortunately, Charles, a billionaire and the ultimate champion of Trivia Night, has read a book about how to do this exact thing. Unfortunately for Charles, Bob is having an affair with his wife and turns out to be a little untrustworthy. Charles puts his knowledge to the test and discovers along the way that he really likes fighting bears.
Today, I'm gonna kill them.
This may be over 20 years old, but for at least one of us, this is a brand new movie, so on with the show. So, I thought we'd try something slightly different.
Uh-oh.
We'll use some of the predictions that you made for The Revenant and score those against The Edge, and then you can also make new predictions, and we'll see which score is higher.
Let's hope I can remember what I predicted previously. I remember something about boys in the woods.
Yep. You don't need to because you can predict all new things if you want.
Boys. Two boys. I'm trying to channel Revenant predictions, kind of. So I think it's two boys, and one's a photographer, and one boy is good at being outdoor boy, so he's actually outdoor man, and he's taking his friend who's not outdoor boy and turning him into outdoor man, and the two of them, one outdoor man dies, so outdoor boy must become outdoor man. Wow, this is basically Ant-Man's prediction. Yeah. So basically two guys, they're friends. One's from the city, one knows survival.
Which one is the photographer?
The city boy, because he's all about the pretties and the arts. He's like an art boy.
And then the other one...
When you look at Brawny and you see their mascot of like an outdoor woodsman in a flannel shirt, he's like that guy. Or if you think of like an ice road trucker, he's that guy. He's like a logger. He's that guy.
I know what you mean.
Yeah. He's the quicker picker-upper.
You mean lumberjack is what you mean.
Yeah, loggerjack.
Yeah.
Lower lumbar.
Lower lumbar jack.
Yep. I'm assuming because it's called The Edge, they have to climb a mountain face. And so there's like rappelling and ropes and anchors involved. Outdoors man knows all about stuff, and he gets cocky and dies.
Do you care to guess how he dies? You don't have to.
There's like a few ways you could go with this. I assume it has to do something with the mountains. So I think he maybe like falls, or like his anchor isn't properly anchored. So he like slips through, or he didn't like properly check his ropes. Because you know how they have the thing and it has the stuff and then like the rope goes through it. And then like sometimes if you loop it just right, the rope can like come out of it. And so then like he loses some like hand holds and or footholds, as one does when whatever, and then he falls, but he's like, no, it's cool, my like anchor's got me. And because his rope slipped out, he's not caught by first anchor, and then like he's going so fast that like next anchor is all like, oh no, I can't do it, and then like that anchor gives out, and then they all rip out, and his friend, who is conveniently on a separate line, doesn't die.
Okay.
And or his friend like got hurt or something and he has to watch his friend die. Oh, that would be sad if his friend went out to get like help and his friend died.
You are forgetting some important stuff that you predicted in The Revenant, though.
Was there a bear? There was a bear in The Revenant. Oh, did the bear eat his friend? Is that what happens? Does the bear consume the friend? I'm guessing the bear eats his friend. Maybe he falls out of the thing and then gets eaten by a bear. The fall didn't kill him because of safety precautions, but the bear is like, oh, you're delicious. In my head, he didn't quite like fall and like hit the ground, so he's just like dangling, kind of like a delicious bear piñata. And the bear's like, your brains are full of candy.
I can rate that if you want. Bear piñata?
I mean,
if you want.
I want to go with no.
Okay.
But I'm just saying that's where my brain is going. I just see him like dangling and a bear being like, oh. And then photo guy or outdoors boy needs to kill the bear to become outdoors man. All right. So I'm assuming they go up into Canada because they want to go to some unspoiled wilderness. Oh, the city slicker broke up with his girlfriend.
Okay.
His friend is helping him process and get away from it all. And is there a dog? I feel like dogs are like in this movie in some sense, but never actually like in the movie. So no, I don't think there's a dog.
Okay. Prediction, no dog.
Yeah, sure,
Okay.
let's go for it. Prediction, no dog.
A bear does not count as a dog.
A bear is not a dog. All right. So there's a cliff. There's the bear. I bet there's also a river. Hypothermia is a real and present danger. On a side note, I think that's another movie I haven't seen. Real and pleasant danger?
Oh.
What?
There's a reason you haven't seen that one.
That seems like a very fantastic film. Real and pleasant danger.
Yeah.
Which isn't clear and present danger. But yeah, I don't think I've seen either of those.
It's
Anyway.
similar. It's just like a really dry British version, I think.
So yeah, hypothermia. Did you got that down? Did you get down the river?
Hypothermia or...
Rivers.
Are those two separate things?
Rivers.
Are you predicting?
Rivers. There's a river.
Okay.
At least one.
River.
Well, he falls into it and he gets wet. And then, like,
River. Okay.
possibly, like, sick river.
Well, that's why I'm asking if it's one prediction.
I mean, it's...
Or if it's
That's-
river
That's what I'm thinking he falls into.
and hypothermia.
I think he falls into the river. Yeah, let's do river and hypothermia. So that way I
Okay.
can at least get it half right. Minimum. All right, hit me up with some bonus. Bonus. If you ask me what the name of the dog is, I'm going to get pissed.
What kind of tricks does the outdoorsy person know?
He
that
knows how
helps?
to light fire when things are wet.
Okay.
He knows basic and or advanced survival techniques.
Helps light fire.
He can tie knots.
Tie knots.
He knows bear safety, such as put your food in the tree by a rope and pulley system so bear can't eat it.
What was that second one?
He also knows how to fight whatever. He basically just knows like general survival, like and advanced survival. Well, he's like the survival book.
Well, that's fine, except I'm asking you for examples
Oh.
of the things that he demonstrates
He can
to
tie
help
knots.
them.
Many knots,
Okay, yeah,
like
so-
a Boy Scout.
So he ties a knot, he lights a fire,
Nautical knots.
he does bear safety,
Bear safety.
first aid.
First
that what
aid.
you said?
Yep, first
Okay.
aid. He knows how to forage. Like we're talking like this guy is a survival book, but as a person. What else do people know? Probably like signal stuff or whatever too. Like he probably and how to read a map. I bet he can read like topographical information and such. Could figure out where north is. We can probably call it there though. I mean, this is a weirder episode.
Okay.
So yeah, let's
You
just call
don't-
it there actually.
You don't happen to know any of the
I
actors
think
in
the
this?
color. Oh God, no! I think the color of the guy's jacket is going to be blue,
Which
and
guy?
then the other one is red.
Blue and red jackets.
Yeah, let's go with that. Ayo!
I will put that under the bonus questions, despite my better judgment, because I did not ask you that question.
Well, yeah,
So that should be a prediction,
Well-
but, you know,
we're done predictions.
I guess we're going to go watch this then.
I'm really glad that I didn't do this during the movie, but Brooklyn Nine-Nine Charles is now who I'm envisioning doing all of those things that Charles did, and it makes that entire movie more hilarious because he gets really
Yeah.
excited about killing the bear.
That's a
only
pretty
because
good
it's
movie.
a delicacy. It's just like, anyway, Foodie Charles.
Yeah,
in
that's
that
adorable.
movie is.
Charles and Jake go on an adventure in the woods.
Oh my God, that's basically what that movie was. Save for, Jake wouldn't cheat on Charles.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, that's basically what that entire movie was.
Since it's a comedy, he could do something
Right.
like take Charles's kid to a special event or something,
Right.
and then he would interpret that as cheating.
Oh yeah, because they
And-
didn't tell
'cause he
him
would
or
be-
something. Maybe
yeah.
he took Nicolaj there to
Yeah.
get Charles a special gift, and so it was all this covert
Yeah.
operation.
And so that was the setup, was Charles was like,
Yeah.
you cheated on me.
Hey, writers, we know you're listening.
Go ahead and
Go ahead,
spoof
please
this
use
decades
this.
old movie.
That would be hilarious
Yeah.
though. I'm just gonna put that out there. Do it, please. Someone contact Brooklyn Nine-Nine writers.
Or just Andy Samberg
That too.
directly.
Yeah.
He can make it happen.
Yeah, please. Oh my God, please. I'll call him. We're good buds, right? That's how that
Yeah.
works. You just say it and it happens. Anyway, that was a good tangent.
So, which list do you want to do first?
Let's start with the one that I actually tried to predict for this movie.
All right,
And then we can do a quick run through of the Revenant just for lulls.
So a lot of these, I feel like are going to be maybe half credit, starting with two guys go on an adventure, because they didn't start out as two guys, though.
No.
They started out as 4, then 3.
Yeah.
So
it was predominantly 2 guys, though. The first 2 died really soon.
Okay.
Poor pilot.
Yeah.
Bird to the face.
Pretty quick. They weren't really friends, though.
Nope, not even close. Yeah, I was kind of thinking that they were at least buds.
One of the main characters was a photographer from the city.
That he was.
The other one you guessed was like an experienced outdoorsman.
I want to argue half credit because he read a lot and he was able to apply everything that he knew.
He was the one that knew all the outdoorsy stuff. He was an experienced lumberjack guy, but he basically became it. And he even lost his book in the beginning. The book went into a lake. Yeah.
The book got laked.
His outdoorsman e-book.
Yeah. He remembered a lot, save for those last 2 pages that he wasn't able to finish.
I bet those would have been the important ones.
They probably were. What to do when lost in the woods. Anyway. All right, next.
They did not climb any mountains.
Yes, they did.
They just hiked.
Okay. They walked up a mountain. They did not use tackle or gear or anything.
But they did not have ropes and all kinds of...
They didn't lapel or scramble or boulder up a mountain.
Repel?
Lapel. That thing over here on your suit. They did not lapel up the mountain.
Actually, they did because he was wearing a suit jacket the whole time.
That actually...
So...
They lapelled
he did
up
lapel
the mountain.
up the mountain.
Thank you for keeping me honest.
He did not die.
No, he didn't. And the bear didn't. Well, the bear ate one of them, though, but it wasn't
one of the 2 main guys.
One of the 2 that we were counting.
So.
Yeah, that one's wrong. He did not die as a bear pinata.
Nope.
That other guy, though, was definitely a delicious bear-like fruit roll-up. Gushers? Like a fruit snack?
Mm-hmm.
Definitely the second one.
I feel like you're going down a weird path here.
No, I'm not. More like a starburst, if anything.
One of the guys did kill the bear.
Yeah.
You thought it was the city boy.
I did. So I'm saying maybe half.
Yeah, half credit on that.
Because they were both city boys.
It was the wrong person that you were picturing.
But still.
They did it. We can give you half credit for wavering on Canada/Alaska because they did not specify where it was.
They didn't, but it was definitely Pacific Northwest is what my assumption is.
It was very close to one of those places.
Yeah.
They were not in the wilderness because of a breakup that he had, but
they broke up in the wilderness.
They did cause a breakup.
Anyway.
So still wrong.
Yeah, I know.
Sorry.
Mark it.
You guessed that there was not a dog.
Yes, specifically.
And there was not a dog.
There was not a dog.
Correct. There was a river. And they did get cold briefly.
They did get cold. There was a river a few times.
The river did not cause anyone to get hypothermia. So, have credit.
Okay.
I think.
Good.
On that one.
Yeah.
As for bonus questions, he did not know how to light a fire, as it turns out. They couldn't even get one going with matches some of the time.
Correction, he did know, but he couldn't do it. But what was weird was he was like, how do you light a fire with ice? And he had a bunch of trivia about it.
Yeah.
So I actually kind of want to argue that one, that he knew, but he just couldn't.
He did in conversation mention that you could use ice to make a magnifying lens to light a fire.
God.
But he didn't do it.
Right,
he just talked about it.
Yeah, exactly.
He didn't really tie knots.
He did lash a bunch of saplings together to make a cage that they caught a squirrel in and then left the squirrel.
And he did sew together some bear clothing.
He sewed bear clothing, and he also made a fishing hook. So...
He did know bear safety. He did know first aid, I would say.
Yeah, he knew it enough.
He didn't do great, but he did fine. He didn't demonstrate foraging skills at any point.
Yeah, well... Yeah.
He did know signal stuff.
Yeah.
He did find a map and read it, and more than once, he found north.
Yes.
He found north all the time in this movie.
Yeah.
So the reason you get full points for this is because you said he was basically a survival book as a person. And that could not be any closer to what he actually was.
Right.
Just an encyclopedia in the wilderness.
Can I just say, it's hilarious they were just relying on him finding north. I mean, I think that's important, but it's just anyone can get out as long as you know north.
His true skill was just keeping them motivated.
His true skill was keeping people focused and not panicking. Because I do agree with him. That is the biggest reason why a lot of people die when they get lost in the woods, is they panic, and panic usually leads to really bad decisions.
Yep, and he's the only one that didn't panic.
Yeah. In fact, he was almost creepily detached the entire time.
Yep, except for when he was amping up to kill the bear. He was...
Oh my God, he was so
like
excited.
A Spartan.
That was like...
into it.
Yeah. That was the happiest I think he's ever been in his entire life.
They did not wear red and blue jackets.
They didn't.
Sorry.
I was really disappointed by that. If only I'd guessed blazer.
5.5 out of 10.
Okay.
55%.
Sweet. And that's for me guessing this movie.
Yes.
Now for the bonus part of this episode, let's take a look at my Revenant predictions.
So, when you were talking about the bear in the Revenant, you predicted that the bear would impale itself on a spear on top of him, and that he would have to push the bear over and be revealed the victor.
I did, didn't I? Go me. That's creepy, right?
If I had to guess, I would say that clip is playing right now.
Yeah.
Of when that happened in this movie. You guessed that he would fight the bear twice.
I feel like them launching that trap from that impalement trap was like kind of round 1, and then they ran away to like get to round 2. Mm-hmm.
So what about that first time when they were trying to rescue the other guy?
I don't see that as them trying to fight the bear. I see that as them trying to scare the bear away, because they were using fire and they didn't have weapons.
You predicted that the bear would kill his good friend that he went out into the woods with.
Yeah, but he didn't have a good friend, so that's just wrong.
But you guessed that a couple of dude bros would go on a man quest. That
was such a man quest.
Pretty much what happened there.
Yeah.
You said that one of them had a beard and was lumberjacky. That didn't happen.
They grew beards, though.
They did both grow beards.
They did. I forgot about that.
You guessed at the end of the movie he did not return to society. So at least half credit on that.
Yeah.
I can play the quote of him saying,
I may not go back.
We don't know for certain.
Yeah.
We know that he might not, though.
Yeah. And the friend that died definitely didn't.
True.
He did not return to society.
Well, actually, I'll bet they do take him back and have a funeral for him.
Well, his body returned, but he himself does not get to live among the masses.
I don't know. I feel like maybe his spirit is trapped in that watch that he brought back.
Oh, he's like haunting the cheat watch?
He's haunting his affair watch present. That's how I think it happened.
So you believe in ghosts?
No, just hauntings.
Oh, okay. We need to get Ghostbusters on this.
You guessed that the Revenant was in modern day.
Yep.
Which this was.
Yep.
So you get a point for that.
Yep. This was so modern day, it was a photo shoot for fashion.
Yeah.
Which made me angry.
In 97, when it was made, I'll bet this was cutting edge stuff.
Oh, did you see that bear double?
You guessed that the Revenant was not based on a true story. Right. Which this was not.
Okay.
However, there were more than 2 main characters, so you get that one wrong.
Main characters.
You guessed that he got badly injured. Everybody else got badly injured. He did not.
Yeah.
He did take a trophy from the bear, which you guessed.
He did take a trophy from the bear. In fact, he took quite a few trophies. Nice little jacket, little necklace.
Let's see. His friend was not a survivalist, which you guessed again.
Not a survivalist at all.
And you guessed that he was getting over a relationship.
Yeah. He was paranoid about it the entire time. He kind of knew his sexy, model wife was always cheating on him.
Yep.
He just didn't have the proof.
Yeah. So I think you get half credit for the prediction that he's getting over a relationship. Yeah. It's on the right track, at least.
Right.
That is also, if you round it, 55%.
Yeah. I mean, technically 54, but we don't like weird numbers.
You got exactly the same score predicting a different movie
as you did
with this one.
Movies have formulas, which is half true. Movies have 55% formula. 45%, whatever. It's like a Mad Lib.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, movies are like Mad Libs. The blank goes to blank. Canasta. Hey everyone, thank you for watching this episode of Spoilers Maybe. Go ahead and subscribe if you have yet to subscribe, and click that notification bell so you will know every time we upload a new episode of Spoilers Maybe every Tuesday. But the magic of editing.
Editing sounds.
Editing. Clip, clip. Schwung. It's more like Foley artist sounds, but whatever.
Good.
Same thing.
Yeah. Good job.
Right. One guy's just like, I want to go take photos. And his friend is like, I got a place for you to take photos.
That sounded pretty dirty. Do you think this is a porno that we're going to watch?
No. I don't think that Tommy Wiseau had anything to do with this.
Hey, he makes high art. I wouldn't compare that
I
to
would
a porno.
I would have that be not plural yet. He made high art. The Room. Ugh.
And underwear. He's still making
that's not high art though.
Okay. I don't know. I haven't worn
That's
it
a
yet.
clothing line.
Someday.
You can also get a Letterman jacket, which I found hilarious. I may or may not be slightly obsessed with him after watching The Room. If this ends the same way that other movie did with the guy, I'm going to be really upset. Do you know what movie I'm talking about? The one where the guy was like, I'm going to go into the woods because life doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And then he died in like
I know the
Alaska in like a moose thing or whatever. And he had
killed a
rice.
moose, but he did it badly.
And then he ate something because
Then he ate a poison thing.
And then he almost lived, but he died of starvation. And then like 2 weeks later, some guys found him.
Yep.
And his nickname was Supertramp. I don't remember what the name of the movie is. I hated that
That's
movie.
fine. You don't need to remember.
If it ends like
Into
this,
the
I'll be
Wild.
angry. Into the Wild.
You don't need to remember that.
But the plot of that movie makes me angry. Haters gonna hate.